Okay, so let's understand the concept. What is it? Okay, so first of all, as per the picture, the IP address 172.120.30.20/20, what does it means? What is the class of the IP? What is the default subnet of the IP? What will be the broadcast IP? What will be the network ID, and how many node can get IP from these subnets? So after learn these classes, you guys can able to answer all this question, right? So let's start. So general purpose IP address is basically a set of rules that can help you to deliver the packets, right? Now let's think you guys are sitting in Delhi. From Delhi to Kolkata, you are sending one consignment. How will you send? You have to go and purchase the consignment, or if you have the consignment, you have to send that to your concerned location or concerned IP address, or not IP address, concerned home address. Then only the packet will comes to accordingly. The same way IP also do the same. Here in IP address, we will learn couple of things. First of all, IP bit by IP value, okay, IP classes, IP subnet, and CIDR. That means classless interdomain routing. This is actually why I am added this, because some of you can understood this is the server classes, why you have added this section. Just because of next, once we learn the cloud and all, this is all is required here. This is the first gateway of, you can say, networking is the first gateway of, it's a server engineering. So after this classes section, we will move to the server part. Okay. So first of all, we understood how many us know bit, byte, megabyte and terabytes concept. Everybody you know. So general purpose, let's clear this part and I'll tell you. 1 byte is equal to 8 bit. Okay, if we draw the picture, okay, so this is called 1 byte. The table is for 1 byte, and 1 byte is equal to 8 bit. Now in 8 bit, how we can represent? Each bit having values, and the total values it's represent a bit. Okay. Now first bit, it will consign bit of IP address is 128. Next is 64. Next is 32, 16, 8, 4, 3, sorry, this is for the 2, and last one is 1. Perfect. Now this is the table allocation of byte. Now any of the bits, if we added here in the total value of the bits, if we added here, the figure will come, it's 255. If you added 128 plus 64 plus 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, the value will come 255, right? Now just tell me, if I1, that's the IP address is 172.168.10.10. Now what will be the binary value? Who can say? What will be the binary value? If you guys have little bit of knowledge of decimal to binary, Tell me, or else I'll definitely tell you, everyone. Anybody can try? The first octet, I want binary value. How will you do that? Azam, any idea?
So not actually I've heard before, but right now I'm not.
No problem, no problem. I'm just, that is why I have added this chapter, because next whenever you go to the servers and next advance of the server technology, it is required. And I'm sure everyone in this IT infrastructure, those who are experienced enough, even these are manager, they don't know the answers. But after this session, you guys can able to do that. No problem, I'll there. That's what I hear. See, as I told you, 128 plus 64 plus 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2, 1, the value is 255. Now guys, tell me, if I want to represent 172, how will I do that? If I want to represent 172, then how I do that? Then 128 plus 64, how much? It's a 8 for the 12, then 8, okay, 9 and 1, okay, let me open the calculator. It's 192, okay. So first, if you add this value 128 plus 64, it is comes as 192, but here is 172, so you no need to add this here. Now if you add 128 plus 32, how much it will be? It will around 132 and 230, then 30, 160, 160, and then if I added 16, then it will be 176, but my 70 is 172. So first of all, I will mark which one is my value, okay. So in that case, 128 I am making 1, okay, and this is I am not making because this is 0, and then again I am selecting 32, that is 160, 16 I am not taking, it is a 0, and then 8 I am taking, that means 168, and after that I am just adding 4, then 172, and rest of is 0.
So that's not understood this.
Okay, it is not understood. I am just making this number from this table. How will you do that? 128 and 64. If you added it, then value will come 192. So I am not able to add 64, right? Then I am able to add 32, right? So 128, 32, and then 8, and then 4. If you add that value, the value will come 172. Now which one you are taking the value and making this number, you mark it 1, rest of all are 0. You got my point? Rest of all are 0. Then this is the fast code of binary version will come. Now if you want to tell you,
one number we have to take it 128 as a 1.
Yes, because I want to make it 172. Now without 128, will you able to make it? Will you able to create it?
No.
Then the value will come 1 0 1 0 1, okay, then again 1 0 0 0. Sorry, this is one I have make it 4, so that should be 1. Okay, so sorry, I am telling which one you are adding, you just make them 1, rest of is 0. Now what will be the value of 168? How will you do that? Who can tell me?
So we have to take the first bit 128.
Okay. First bit of 1, yes. Second?
Yeah. 128 plus try to add 64.
No, 64 will not come.
No, that doesn't make. So it makes total of 192. So
yes.
Let's not.
Then I'll make it 0. Then I'll make it 0.
So 128 will be 1, 64 will be 0. Plus we'll try to add 32 and see.
How much? It is 60.
1
Yes, then only I'll make it 1. Then if I added 16, will it come 168? No. It will be 0. Then again I have to add 8. So I'll make it 1. Rest of all are 0.
Yeah, so yeah, you'll have to add 128, you'll have to add 32, and you'll have to add 8.
Clear and
And
simple?
then-
So is it clear?
Yeah, I understood.
Now if I make it 10, Azam, tell me, how will I do that?
8 plus 2.
No, I'm not telling, I'm telling to Muhammad Azam. Yeah, tell me Azam.
If I want to add as a 10, so we have to take 8, that is 1. Okay.
But before that, whichever you are not taking, make it 0. That is the rules.
Yeah. So okay, so I'm telling you, 128 as a 0,
Hmm?
then 64 as a 0,
Hmm?
then again 32 as a 0,
Hmm?
then 16 0,
Hmm?
then 8 as a 1,
Hmm?
4 as 0,
Hmm?
3 as 0,
Hmm?
and 3 as 0, and 2 as 1.
And 1 as 0.
Yeah.
Simple. And this is the same for other well as well. Zero, 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 4 times 0, 1, 00, 1, 0. So guys, if I tell you what will be the binary value of this IP address, the binary value of the IP address is this total. Clear?
Yes, clear.
Now it's clear to everyone.
Yes.
Okay. So Aldeth, it's clear to you?
Can I ask you one thing?
Yes, please.
Yeah, we get to know how to take the binary, but what is the use of taking this?
Okay, that is a good question. This is a very much important question, because next I am telling you why it is required. Okay guys, so whatever we are giving to computers, let's say digits, decimal, because we are accepting decimals, computer are accepting binaries. You got my points?
Yeah,
So
because computer understand binary
exactly.
language,
Computer
not-
understood only 0 and 1, right? You say everything, whatever you will put in characters, your letters, whatever it is actually allocating their memory, and from there it is conversing. That's why the machine learning, it comes into the pictures. The machine learning, what is it? Machine learning is just a nature how computer works. And after that, machine learning, AI, artificial intelligence, all this comes into the picture, because these all are the system brain we will do here, and artificial intelligence and machine learning. But the initially it will start from 0 and 1. What we provide, 172, 160, this is the decimal value. You are putting your computer it is translating to binary. That is why it's a use of it. You got my point? You got my point?
Yeah, but I just want to say, like, it is a use for computer, right? We don't have to remember this, so
No,
why we are learning
I
this?
am not telling you to remember it, but you should understood the mechanism of it, right?
No, we understand that part, but I didn't get why we exactly like learning this part right now.
Oh, okay, so this is your question. So then only I'm asking, what about all the answer? Will you able to answer this? If you are able to under this, then this session is not for you. Why I'm adding this part? Everyone
But
asks me.
by default, right? It's 255.
Okay.
Every IP address.
What about the broadcast
the class
ID?
will be like what?
What about the broadcast ID?
Broadcast.
What about the network ID?
That is gateway, right?
How many node can get IP from these subnets? See, if you know it, I don't have any problem. Because childhood we learned this part, and after that we did many things. I know you guys are know very well in terms of basic networking and server, but why it is required? Next, if you are taking admission here, so you will learn VMware, you will learn the servers, you will learn the cloud, all there it is required. Now from there, if you ask me why this is unique card, let's say in cloud, while I'm putting the VNet, right? In the VNet will all comes under the subnetting part. Now then you ask me how come this is happen, then again I have to come back and say you like that. This is the class you miss, that's why I have reworked you. So that's why I'm giving this session to everyone. After that we will move into the server part. You got my point?
All right. Okay.
That is why it is a use of it. I know that everyone will offended because why this is come, because we are coming here for MCSE courses. Why? It is actually provided you just for in depth of knowledge, nothing else. That's it. Just be patient.
That is not what I want to say right now, but I want to learn. Why we are getting into binary. So you just said like
binary.
Binary. We have 5 questions to explain that. We need to understand that. So
exactly.
That's the thing. What I'm asking you right now.
Yeah.
I'm not over smart or something.
No, I am not telling.
Learning,
I am not telling.
Before. So I know that DNS. Okay, so DNS was the same thing over here.
See, I'm telling you, everybody here know little bit every knowledge here. So I'm telling you, if you know DNS, if you know ADCS, if you know ADFS, no problems. Just go and crack the interview. You will not. Guaranteed you will not. Why? Because you have a partial knowledge. You do not have full knowledge. So here people come here to get the entire knowledge from scratch level. So it is quite bit of matter of patience. If you have a patience, you will gain. If you do not have patience, I'm sorry. Okay. So if you take your patience, definitely you will learn a lot. I committed you. You will learn a masterpiece of server. This is my commitment. But you have to take patience. Clear?
All right. Okay.
Okay. So as per, if I supposed to be go with your question, that's what is the use of binary? Why you want to learn here? Because it is a computer understanding. Why should I do that? But here I agree that this is a computer understanding. But if you do not learn it, we cannot understand the subnetting part as well. So for the subnetting parts, we have to learn this binary conversion as well. Is it clear? So okay. Now guys, if I give you the decimal IP address, you guys can make it binary conversion. This is the very good things. Now I am entering the classes of IP address. Let's say the classes, if I want to what the purpose of the classes it's given, because IP address is actually invented by INA, Internet Assigned Number Authority. They have developed the IP addresses for the communication purpose. In IP addresses actually on 32 bits and IP, that is called the IP version 4, and next is IP version 6, it is on 128 bits. But general purpose, what is the purpose of IP version 6? Because every day in IPv4s, its numbers you are releasing the numbers, we are increasing the number, and at that point, somewhere, some in the world, there will no IP address will be there that we can globally assign. Then only we use of IP version 6. But still, 99.99 cases, we are not using IP6, we are using IPv4. Okay? But in IPv4, there is a categories in terms of IP allocation. First of all, class A, class B and class C. So if we understood classes, IP classes, the first part is class A. In class A, range is 1 to 126. Okay. Class B, its range is 128 to 1 91. Okay, class C is 192 to 223. Class D is 224 to 239. Class E is 230, that means 240 to 255. This is the range. Now we only deal with these three classes. These two, it's not using for the general purpose. Class D, it's using for the multicasting. Class E, totally using by the research purpose, which is using by DRDO or US Defense Association, some other defense related research, they will do some this class of IP range. This is for the research purpose, general purpose. So generally we use A, B and C. So that is clear to everyone, right?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, it is clear.
Okay. Now, if we explore,
I have a doubt over here.
yes,
One
yes,
minute.
please.
You said like class A is 1 to 128,
Yes.
126.
Yes.
So what about 127?
Good question. Good observation. 127, it's called the loop back IP address. So-
Yeah, it is basically used for testing the connections.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
I got it. Okay.
A loop back IP address, it's basically, it's a hard coded, and you can say it's a legacy usage. That means you cannot use 127 as a general purpose of IP usage. You got my point? Why? Because INA already
Okay.
allocated this IP address hard coded, lasering hard coded to all the NIC card. If you have purchased one NIC card from the market and installed it on your server or your desktops, and after that you are not getting its response, how will you do the troubleshoot? You just go to your CMD and ping 127.0.0.1. If you get response, that means your NIC card is okay. If you get timeout, that means your NIC card having problem. So that purpose it's using. It's called the loopback IP address. You cannot use it. Clear?
Okay.
Good observation. Perfect. Now, if we explore the class A IP address, so we need the range. We just want to know the range of this part. Class A, it's range 1 to 26. Class B 122 and 191. Class C 192 2 to 3. Now, what the matter is this? Now, if I click on class A, now the structure will coming like that. The structure will, in class A, there is 1 bit of network and 3 bit of host. That means if we see the class A structure, then it's saying 1 bit of network and 3 bit of host. If we go to the class B, then he say 2 bit of network, class A, if we explore, 1 bit network, 3 bit is host. Host means computer. If we learn class B, then 2 bit is network and 2 bit is host. If we class C, then 3 bit of network and 3 bit of host. So guys, now tell me which IP address is absolutely preferred by enterprise level. Let's say if you are working in a large MNC company, let's say Cognizant, Wipro, Accenture, TCS, they company have around huge branches over the world, and huge branches, they have around 2 lakhs 3 lakhs workstation. Now can anyone tell me which classes of IP address they need?
I think class C.
So what will be the everyone answer? Class C. Class C.
Yes, because 3 network, 3 host.
There is a problem in the concept. That is why I added this session here. Network means what? And host means what? Host means number of computers. Network means it's the allocation of the logical networks. That's it. Now if you use class of network, of networks and sorry, I was wrong. This was not 3 networks and 1 host. So now tell me, in class C there is a 3 network and 1 host, and class B there is a 2 network 2 host, and class A there is a 1 network 3 host. So which range will give you the maximized computer?
Class A.
Class A. Even you can go your organizations. If your organization belongs to MNC category, you will see the IP address start from class A, either 10, 15, 120, something like that. Okay, perfect. Now in class A, if we explore the class A, he's saying 1 networks and 3 hosts, right? So network means what? Network means whenever the 8 bits it's full, total full, then it's called the networks. Whenever the bits are not full, it's called the host. Let's say understand. If we, as we know, IP address has 4 bytes. That means 4 byte means 4 into 8, 32 bits, right? Now 32 bits, if we allocated them, so it will be look like this. So first of all, I'm just drawing this picture. So here okay. Now if we put one IP addresses there, let's say, it's 10.10.10.10. Here, as per the structure, he says that 1 bit of networks and 3 bit of host. So now if 1 bit of network means one bit it's turned on. Just understood, one bit is turned on. Okay. Now if one bit is turned on, then what will be the value of all? That means every portion it will be added and make it one bit. So here the same thing, same concept that I show you there. So that means if we each bit will calculate, it will be comes as 128, then 64, then 32, then 16, then 8, then 8, then 4, then 2, then 1. Now just understood, 128, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, 1. Now whenever they say one bit is turned on, then it's all together value will come 255. And host bit will become a 0. Then we can say, yes, tell me.
So that in the first image that you shared, you made that bytes, right? One byte is 128, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4. There was 3 in it. So 3 should be there or it should not be there.
Which one? 3?
Yeah, see here, 128, 64, 32, 16, 8, 4. And you had added number 3 also. So that should be there or
No, not 3 there. This is 1 6. See, it is a simultaneously. If you want, if you value 1 addition on that, there will come in 2. Now if you make it power of 2, it will be 4. In same wise, if you make it power of 2 to the power 3, then it is come 8. Then 2 to the power 4, 16. 2 to the power 5, 32. And 2 to the power 16, 2 to the power 6 is 64, and 2 to the power 7, like that. This will come, the value will generate it. This is the memory allocation of one single bit. Got it? Now if I say you one bit turned on, that means it's a number of total value of this bit. That means 128 plus 64 plus 32 plus 16 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1. The value will 255. As per the class A structure defined by INA, they say that the 1-bit network and 3-bit host. Now if you ask them 1-bit network means what? They say 1-bit network means your 1 bit it's completely turned on. Now 1 bit, if it is completely turned on, the value will come to 55. Is that clear to everyone or not? If I make it that enter bit turned on, then it's all bit are turned on because there is no usage of this bit. You got my point? Because I am adding total this value of this bit. It's 255. It's look like 255. Now rest of the bit used for host. So I am making it turn off. That means 0.0.0. That is why class A, the subnet default subnet mask will be 255.0.0.0. Is that clear you or not? I am not adding my rules. I am just showing you what INA tell. Clear or not?
Yes.
Everybody clear or not?
Yes, that's clear.
Okay. Then if I say you guys this IP address 172.10.10.10.10. Now can anyone tell me which class this IP address belongs to? Now which class this IP address belongs to?
Class A.
No. Not class A.
I think class second.
Class B. Exactly. Now in class B, guys, what INA tell, what about the structure? In class B, the structure is, they say 2 bit of network and 2 bit of host. That means here one complete bit turned on, the value come to 55. Now here telling 2 bit will turned on, then what will be the value? The value will come 255.255, simple. One bit is turned on, one bit is turned on, rest of bit will be 0. Is that clear to you or not?
Yes.
Perfect. If I say you 192.168.10.10, which class this IP address belongs to? Which class this IP address belongs to? Anybody?
Is it like
Class C.
Class C. Exactly. Now in class C, what
Yeah.
Aina told? Aina told the class C structure is 3 bit of network and 1 bit of host. Now if they're telling 3 bit of network, then just thinking of it, 1 bit, 2 bit, 3 bit, and rest of the bit is 0. That means I will put it there 255.255.255.0. Is that clear? Because if anyone asks you the IP address, blindly you say no, this is the default subnet. Does anybody understood why this happened? What are the calculation behind it? Few minutes back we asked what is the purpose of binary conversion. That is the purpose of binary conversions. Clear?
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah. Everything there is a logic, boss. Without logic, human cannot be do anything. What we are doing, everything behind the logics. So we want to learn here only for the logics. Clear? If you know the logics, if you know the techniques, world is in your hand. Simple. Either it is going server or either it is going cloud. If you know the AI, whatever it is, understood the logic and concept, then life is yours. Exactly. So we now understood the classes of IP address, the structure of IP address, now subnet of the IP address. Next, what we learned next is, if guys, just think of it, instead of this one, if I put it like that, then what will come? The all bit is turned on. What does it mean? What does it mean? That means there is no concept of host, all the broadcasted networks. That means the value will 255.255.255.255. If this is happen, then enter communication is down. Then this is called transmission, like your FM station, Radio Mirchi, FM station. From there, whatever they have broadcasted, we all are here. That's it. No other way directions. It's all together broadcasting, because all the network bit turns on here. That is called the broadcast. Now guys, I am telling, if I say the IP address and I need this particular IP address, this range class of IP address, I need what will be the broadcast address, because every networks there is a network part and there is a host part and there is a broadcast part. So let's understood and concept. This is very interesting. Okay, so let's understood. Okay, class A, class B, class C, we know there is a structure, everything is there, no problem. First of all, let's, I am doing one IP address here. Okay, now you guys know that this is the class A IP address. Very good. You tell me that is the class A of IP address. Now you know the structure, that's 1 bit of host, 1 bit of network and 3 bit of host, right? Now if I telling you what will be the network ID of this IP, who can tell? Just understood this tricky part. I am asking what will be the network ID of this IP address.
I mean, like you mean to say default gateway or something? No.
No, boss. Forget about default gateway. You know, I know that you know right now what is default gateway. I'm not even telling you default gateway, default subnet mask. Okay. So I'm just telling you, just tell me if I'm selling you this part, this IP address, what will be the network ID. Just network ID. I'm not interested for host. Just network ID. If you see it carefully, you will able to answer clearly. First try it. You will able to answer. Definitely will able to answer. Azam.
Network ID actually, Siddharth, I am little bit confusion actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just before 1 minute, I've discussed in class A there is a 1 network 3 host, class B 2 network 2 host, and class C 3 network 1 host. Now here just tell me 10.10.10. It is a class A IP address, right?
Yes.
Then what will be the network address?
And 10 is the network.
And then rest of?
Host.
Huh? No, here what will be the network address? I'm telling you. You cannot mention the host, right? So how will you represent this?
10.0.0.
Exactly. Very good. Well done. So this is 10.0.0.0. This is the class A network address. If I go to this part 192.168.10.10, now guys, can anyone tell me what is the network address of this particular class?
C, and it's 192.0.0.0.
No, just understood the concept, a structure.
Is it
3 network 1 host. Azam, 3 network 1 host.
Okay, it is 192.168.10.0.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
I'm just moving with the structure defined by Ayana. I'm not implementing myself. You got my point? Ayana told me 3 network and 3 network 1 host. You ask me the network part. Definitely I will tell you the network na. 192.168.10 and rest of the part is 0. If I tell you it's 142.165.10.10, what will be the network address? What will be the network address? Who can try?
Yes, Siddharth, it's 142.165. 165. 10.10.
No. You told me the IP address. I'm telling you what will be the network address. So whenever this situation will come, just cool your mind. Just understand which class this IP address belongs to.
This is a B class.
Class B class. So in class B class, what will be the structure?
142.165.0.0.
142.165.0.0. Yes, that means there is a 2 network 2 host, right? I am asking you the network part. That's it. Guys, it is understanding everyone or not?
Yes, got it. Yes, got it.
Yes.
It is very interesting. If you have any doubts, just clear me. Don't sigh, no problem. If you understood, I'll tell you 1,000 times, no problem. Everyone is clear?
Yes.
Perfect. So now guys, if I put the IP address, you can tell which class of the IP address belongs to, what will be the default subnets and what will be the network ID. Clear? Perfect. Now let's go to the broadcast part. Keep in mind, broadcast is related to host. Now, if it is related to host, you cannot ignore network thing. Am I clear? If we just understood carefully, then only you will be able to answer. Broadcast ID will relate it to your host, not for the network. You got my point? Broadcast IP, it's related to your host, not for the network. Now, if you are representing your broadcast ID, then you cannot ignore the networks. Let's say I'm telling you, if I broadcast means when all bit turns on. Broadcast means whenever all bit turns on. Now broadcast is related to your host. Again I'm telling you, broadcast means all bit turned on, the value is 255. And it is related to host, that means computer part, not the network part. So whatever the network, it will remain same. Now I'm telling you one IP address. 192.168.10.10. I want to know what about the broadcast IP address of this particular IP. Who can tell? If you carefully watch my last one, before this I talked to you, if you carefully understood that, then you can able to answer it. Again I'm telling, broadcast means whenever all bit turns on, that means 255 network bit turns on, and it is related to host, not for the networks. So what will be the network? It remains same.
So this is class C, and it will be 255.255.255.10.
No. What I told, I said what will be the network part? It will remain same. What will be the host? There will be a changes.
10 will be the host.
Then what about the network?
Okay, I got it. It's 255.168. 168.
No. You are actually changing the direction, not like that. So it will be whatever the network part. First of all, can you please go on mute? Your echo is coming. So whenever any IP address guys given to you, just first your job, find out which class this IP address belongs to. This is your first jobs. Next, if you find out this is the class C or class D or class B, then what about the structure? Now if you understood the structure, then answer is in your pockets. Now here I'm saying he wanted to me what will be the broadcast IP address of this IP address. Then first of all I want to know which class this belongs to. It belongs to class C. That means if it belongs to class C and they are asking the broadcast, then it broadcast related to host, right? It is related to host. Whenever all hosts are continuously receiving the same signal, then it is a broadcasting. That means the network path will remain same. 192.168.10. Sorry, I was added one more. Sorry, 168.10. That is all are in the network. I cannot touch it. The change where I need to make, that is my host level. And here broadcast means I just delete all this part related to host and make it 255. That is my broadcast IP address. Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir, that's clear. Because if you're talking about class C IP, so there's a 3 network and 1 host, right?
Yes.
That's right. Yeah.
Everyone clear? Okay. Now if I tell you 10.10.10.10, what will be the broadcast? Who can tell? Who can tell?
I'm telling you. It's 10.255.255.255.
Perfect. Excellent. Okay. Now if I telling you 166.10.10, what will be the, whatever the IP given, don't be confused, just follow the concept. What will be the sub broadcast?
150.166.255.255.
Excellent. Great. 150.166.255.255. Now it's clear to everyone. It is interesting.
Yeah.
So far we are feeling bored. Why it
Yeah,
is added? But these things, it's very rare. None of the, I'm just giving you challenges. You can ask any senior manager in your office, just give them that what I'm giving you. None of them can tell you. None of. I'm challenged written. No one can say. Because they have not even understood the concept. Because they tell you, no, this is the part of network engineering. How should I remember it? But they actually not know the proper concept of how you can remember it. Clear? Perfect. So you guys now identify the classes of IP address. Now you guys can create the default subnet. Now you guys can, understood the concept of broadcast, concept of networks. Now there is a part of certain mathematics and calculation, because this is very required the things. In case if I tell you that, okay, let's clear it. I'll understand. How many computer can be added in this network range? The network range is what? 192.168.10.0. Because I'm just showing you the network ID. And now in this network ID, how many computer can allocate it? Now see guys, what I am asking. I am asking computer. Forget about networks. Every time here, whenever this question will come, you guys follow which class this IP address belongs to. It belongs to class C. Then what will be the structure?
Siddharth, I think one computer will be added.
No,
Yes.
no, it's not. It's not right. I'll tell you answer. Okay. So here, basically, partially everybody say like one computer, but it is not. It is the wrong answer. The correct answer I'm telling you. Whenever this situation will come, always understood which class this IP address belongs to. If you find out that class and understood the structure, then everything in your hand. So here, this is the class C, right? So in class C, there is a 3 bit of network, 1 bit of host. Now 1 bit of host, just understood here, 1 bit of host, that means 1 byte of host, that means 8 bit. Am I right? Just write down here, it's 8. It's 8. Now I'll tell you one formula. Formula is what? Formula that is invented by Aina, not me. The formula is 2 to the power n. I cannot make it 2 to the power functional here. Just make it 2 to the power n minus 2. Now what is the value of n? The value of n is 8. The value of n is 8. If you go to the Google and search 2 to the power n, 2 to the power 8 minus 2 no, not like that, 2 to the power 2 to the power. Yes. How many? 2 to the power 8 minus 2. That means in class C only 254 computer can get allocated. Only 254 computer can get allocated. Now tell me guys, if your company belongs to all over world And all over world, how many user will be there? More than 1 lakhs, right? More than 1 lakhs. In 1 lakhs user are there, will you able to continue your work within class C IP address? Hmm?
No, not possible.
No, not possible. That is why I told which one will be the preferred. I will show you and prove in the logically. Now, who can tell me if I tell you this IP address 10.10.10.10? So guys, don't be shy here that I don't know, I will not try. No, always come forward. Because here people doesn't know, that's why they come and learning the course. If you don't know, don't feel like that. Whatever in your mind, tell me, whatever in your mind, I will then only rectify.
Class A IP is.
Okay, so how many computer can allocate it here? Just understood the concept of what I told?
Like 255 plus, no, 254 plus, 254 plus 254. Like that?
No, I'm telling you how many computer can allocate it here. Now here the concept is structure. Just understood the structure. One network, 3 host. 3 host means 8 plus 8 plus 8. How many? It's 24. And what will be the value of 24? N value of 24. Now here 2 to the power n minus 2, that means 2 to the power 24 minus 2. The value will come this much of computer can allocate it in this range. In class A. Can you imagine? 1 crore 67 lakhs 77,214. Okay, last one. I'm telling you who can answer perfectly. Don't, if you guys not say perfectly, I understood that, you guys not understood. Again, I'm repeating you, no problem. The IP address I'm telling you 139.168.10.10. How many computer can get allocated here? Who can tell? But I need the correct answer. First of all, tell me which class this IP address belongs to.
Class B.
Class B. What is the class structure of class B?
2 network, 2 host.
Now here I am asking host or network? I am asking host or network?
Host.
Host. So how many total bit of host?
2.
How come 2?
No, wait.
Because if you're talking about 10 plus, that is 8.
No.
8 plus 8, 16.
Yes, 16.
Yeah.
Exactly. If it is 16, then what will be the value of n? 16. Now, 2 to the power 16 into 2. This much of computer can allocate it. That means 65,534. That is why organization never use class C, class B IP address. This is the common question in interview. Why organization choose with class C, class A IP address? Question become like that. Then you say, if you follow the formula 2 to the power n minus 2 and n is the bit size of the total number of bits of the IP address, IP classes, then it will be represent like that. Guys, tell me if you still have any doubts. I am clearing you, because this is very much important. If you guys not taken admissions or not, no matter, but I personally want that you guys do better in your life. So Just let me know. If you're not understanding, I will repeat it. I will repeat it 10 times, 100 times, no matter. Just don't hide anything that you guys don't know, or why should I ask? No matter. You can ask 10 times. Everyone here is here for learning. No one here is a Pandit. Okay? One more chance I'm giving to you. Just tell me who can provide correct answer. I'm just giving 150.120.10.10. Who can provide how many computer can allocate it there? Does it not clear to everyone or what? Shall I repeat again?
No, it's okay. So this is this falls in class B IP address, and then we have to look like we have to do that plus 128 plus 64. So what makes a total of 150? So it will be like you'll have to have two rows, that is 8 into 8.
8 into 8.
So that is, no. 8 plus 8. 16.
16.
16. Power of 2. What is that you said?
2 to the power 16 minus 2. 2 to the power 16 minus 2. That means
16 minus 2.
That means 65,000 something, that figure come, that will. Here
Yes.
the concept is telling you guys, if you find out the classes and structure, then it is in your hand. Simple things. If you still doubt, let me know, I will repeat. Once you confirm, everyone confirm me, you're fine, then I will go to the next chapter. Or else I'm again repeating and repeating. Everyone clear or not?
Yeah, clear.
You say clear. Azam?
Yes, sir, it's clear now.
Other two people? Bipin, some person named Goku, and Aldit.
So, can I just do a quick recap over here, the class and the that how do we like allocate the how much PCs get the last focus.
So, you have any doubt? Shall I repeat again?
Yes,
Okay.
the last one. Yes.
Why not you telling? Don't be shy. No matter if you are not understanding.
Shy, but I think yeah, okay. I just want to listen one more time. That's it.
No problem. Even everything is recorded. If you see, if you are not telling you here, no matter. After recorded, you can watch and tell me. Okay, so that things I'm giving you, because people sometimes using exercise book, so he will not able to concentrate in my classes. But here it's a smart class. Whatever we'll discuss here, all will be recorded. After the class, record sent to everyone, and watch it. No problem. Again, I'm telling you, guys, whenever the assignment will given to you any of the IP address, so just understood that which class this IP address belongs. Right now, you understood the class range that I have already defined.
Yes.
Which class? Just tell me which class this IP address belongs to.
Class B.
Class B. Now, what is the structure of this class B?
Two host, two network.
Okay. Now here, where is the concern? I am telling you how many computers. So then forget about networks. So how many bit it's for allocated for host here?
2 bit. Okay, 1 minute.
One byte is equal to 2 bits. Now here 2 byte here. That means how many bits?
I'm just getting confused over here. Can
Okay,
you
no,
just repeat that, please?
no matter for confusion, no problem. I'm telling you. Relax,
I mean,
relax.
the part which you said right now, I'm getting confused on that. So,
Shall I repeat again?
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. See, generally I'm telling you, classes will be, if you say the class, so class A will come 1 to 126. This is a range. Class B is 128 to 191. Sorry, 191. Class C is 192 to 223. Rest of it's not required. I already told, if you watch video you will get. So only concern in these three, A, B, C. Now you say this is belongs to class B. Very good. Now if in class B having the structure I'm telling you, the class B having 2 bit of network and 2 bit of host.
Host. Network to host.
If you say in class C, then 3 bit of network and 1 bit of host. If I say in class A, then 1 bit of network and 3 bit of host. So now here how many bit are allocated for this? Here 2 host, 2 octet host. That means if we decided this IP address, that is 8 bit, that is 8 bit, that is 8 bit, and that is 8 bit. That means total 32 bits, 8 byte, sorry, 1 byte to 1 byte, 1 byte, 1 byte, that means 4 byte. Each byte is 8 bit, that means total 32 bits, right? Now here I am asking how many bits are available for host. You said 2 host, that means 8 plus 8, 16. If I say 3 host, then 8 plus 8 plus 8, 24. If I say 2 bit, that means 8 plus 8 is equal to 16. If we find out that, your answer is in your hand. What to do? Just the value is 2 to the power n minus 2. The n is the value of this host. Is it clear or not?
Yeah, I got it now. Thank you so much.
Okay. So if you telling you know that, then what about I'm telling you another one? So you just tell me. If I tell you, let's say 137.10.10.10, what will be the, how many computer can allocate it with this range?
2. Oh, wait.
Relax, don't take tension, no problem.
This is like a class B, right?
First of all, tell me which class this IP address belongs to.
Class B.
Class B. In class B, how many byte for computer?
2.
2 byte.
16.
Now what will be the value of n?
Value of n, it would be,
You just told.
right? 16.
16. Now what will be the formula? 2 to the power n minus 2. Whatever it is, it will be the number of computer.
Okay, perfect. I got it now. Can you just want to give me one more example?
Okay. So if I giving you 10.10.10.10, now tell me, which class this IP address belongs to?
Class A.
Okay. How many bytes for the computer?
3 byte.
3 byte. So 3 byte is equal to how many bits?
24.
24. What will be the value of n?
Okay, 24. Perfect. Thank you.
So what is the formula? 2 to the power n minus 2. That much of computer. Clear?
Okay.
Perfect.
Thanks. You got it. Yeah.
Now guys, tell me, will you be able to answer this question?
Class, the first one is like a class C.
Class
and
C.
yeah, 162. Say one.
Sure, class C.
Uh, what is the range? 120, 127, then 128 to.
Okay, who can next can try this?
I just forgot the range. And
No problem.
This is a class B IP address.
Great. And
Yeah.
what will be the default subnet?
Default subnet. It's a 255.255.0.1. Sorry, 0.0.
Great. What will be the broadcast ID?
Uh,
So guys, if you are not able to answer the right now, don't mean that you guys are not understand well. After you watch this, you will able to answer. Definitely you will able to answer.
172.120.255.
Sorry. No, can you please repeat again?
172.120.255.255.
Great. And what is the network ID?
172.120.0.0.
172.120.0.0. Excellent. And how many node can get IP address from this subnet?
Node. What is node? I am not getting it.
How many computer? Node means computer.
Okay. Okay.
254.
No. Just
this is
understood.
class second.
It's a second.
And 16, 2 into 16. Pop. I mean, like 54,000.
65,000 something like that.
6,000 something.
Exactly. So now it's clear to everyone.
Yeah. Okay.
Clear to everyone?
Yes, Siddharth.
Perfect.
Yes.
Good. So guys, basic networking concept, it's clear to everybody. Now, next I am going to CIDR, classless inter-domain routing, which is very mandatory. Okay, just guys, let's again go to there. If I say 10.10.10.10/8, do you know what is the meaning of it?
No.
Okay. So 8 means one single byte. He is telling. That means 8 bit. This is actually bit. This is actually bit. He is telling you one bit is turned on. That means it's 255.0.0.0. Clear? If it is saying you 16, what will be the subnet?
Two five five.
255.
Great. Now if you guys say, if I say you this is 24, then how much?
Add 255 more.
Then
Dot 255. Dot 0.
Good. If I say it is a 32, then how much?
255, 255, 255, 255.
Yes. And this situation called
Broadcast IP.
broadcasting. Great. Now you understood the value of IP address. Total bits, how many bit can allocate it is 32 bits. Clear? So this is very easy. Right now it is very easy. Now I'm telling you the problem started here. So if I delete this and I say you 9, what will be the value of it? Who can tell?
Two five five dot 1.0.0.
No, no problem, but we'll try, no problem. Okay, just here actually the concepts start. Okay, now if the situation come again, just draw this 8-bit table. Okay, so
Because actually one byte equal to 8 bit and you are mentioning here 9. This is, yeah.
no problem, because it is a classless. That means here everything is classless. That is why 9. You got my point? Till 8, 16, 24, 32, it's still in the class. Now whenever it is classless, that means one class is jump into the another class. Okay? So here, if the concepts comes like that, let's draw the picture. 128 space 64 space 16 space 8 space 4 space 2 space 1. Again 128 space 64 space 16 space 8 space 4 space 2 space 1. Again 121 to 8 64 16 8 4 2. Oh, not here. Oh, sorry guys, I need a big size. Okay, so let me first draw it, then I will make it that changes, no problem. 1 to 8, after that 64, after that 32, after that 16, after that 8, after that 4, after that 2, after that 1. Same I will copy to 4 set. 1 set, 2 set, 3 set, 4 set. Simple. For your understanding, I will make it divide. Okay. Now for your understanding, if I tell you /8, if I tell you /8, what does it mean? That means you are adding total bit and give me the answer. This total bit and give me the answer. That means the subnet marks will be 255.0.0.0. If I tell you 9, it's simple. Why not you answer? You just took 25 because 8 there, so one bit is full turned on. Dot, you are telling +1. Okay, so here 128 come into the picture. Rest of 0.0. Clear? Now if I say you /9, sorry, /10, what will be the subnet? Who can tell?
255.128.64.0.
Yes.
What are the difficulties? What are the difficulties? Now, if I tell you guys /27, what will be the value? What will be the subnet? /27.
Two five five. Dot 255 dot 1 no
.0.
32.
No. Okay. So guys, you did well. That is very good. 8, 8, 8, 24. Now just 27 to 24, how many bits? 3 bits. So you have to take this bit 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I said 32.
No, total.
Oh, okay.
Total. How much it is? 128, 64. That means 192. 192, that is 222. Clear?
2 to 4.
Sorry, 2 to 4. Sorry, I was wrong. It is 2 to 4. Yeah, you are right. Clear?
Yes.
What will be the value of 29 then? What will be the value of 29?
255, 255, 255. Then
255.255.255 dot
5. Then 128 plus 64, 32 plus 16. Then 8.
that means 128, 64, 192, 192, 32, 2 to 4, 2 to 4, 16 is 240 and 248, 248. Excellent.
Yeah.
If I say you 31, what will be the value? Slash 31.
You have to do the plus 128 plus 64, 32, 16, 8.
8 and
32, 9, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Up to, you have to do the plus up to 2.
2.
yes.
That means
Yeah.
48, 48, 50, 52, 52, 54.
Yes.
Excellent. Now it's clear.
Yeah.
Now anyone giving you IP address and then give you slash notification, will you able to provide the subnet?
Yes.
Everyone confident?
Yes, Siddharth, I understand, but one question, where these slash IPs are used,
Exactly.
where we use, where we
Because
use
this will not be, here in your future, it will not be take too much of headache, but it will really needs in cloud. I'm showing you just for your information. If you go to the cloud Azure portal, so whenever you are creating the virtual machines, okay, then you need a network subnet. So that will be show like that. Is that clear? So here,
Yes.
here also cloud required. Even if you are going to the route commissioning, if you are now next we will learn the VPN, even Active Directory site and subnet, everywhere it is required.
Okay, Siddharth, one more question. These IP come in IP4 section or IPv6 section?
4. IPv6 actually allocated for you, but none of the organization go with IPv6. It's very complex because in IP6 it's totally configuration down through hexadecimal. You got my point?
Yes.
It's totally down through hexadecimal and it's bit difficult. It's bit difficult to work with this. No one, because see, wherever it's a difficulties to work, the industry cannot be growth. Why Microsoft will give the more preference, will more selling, will more growth? Because their interface is very easy. Even you can go on pawn shops, the people have purchased laptops and listening, every day afternoon they will open the laptop and watch the music from there. But if it is a unique space, will it able to do that?
No, not.
Even you can do not power on the server from there. That is why Microsoft isn't so much famous, because they are GUI. Other than Linux, it's not provided the GUI. Right now they are providing the GUI, but actually the market is totally hands with Microsoft. So that's why I requested guys, if you guys follow the Microsoft, like Microsoft operating systems or cloud, you will never be lose. I am stick with last 14 years 12.5 years, 14 years still in Microsoft server, workstation, desktop, cloud, everywhere. Even I try to switch Google Cloud, I try to switch AWS, but not like Microsoft. Their marketing, their business strategy, if it's awesome. If you are being with Windows Server technology and Windows Cloud, not Windows Cloud, Microsoft Cloud, you will never, you lose your jobs ever. Because support always be there. Support cannot be end. You got my point? If you go in software development, let's say you are going to interested for Java or Python or something else, web apps, web development like that. After the project done, you lose your projects. Now again such new project or else they will kick off you. But in support, never end. In this lockdown, people lose jobs. Did you realize who leave the jobs? Who get released from the jobs? Max to max software development people, general people, those are the general data entry operators, something like that. But will you guys revoke from your office? No, because you are in support.
Yes.
So make your knowledge level too much of high and make your career level in the servers. It's very rocking technology. Server technology is very rocking rather than network. Even it's more powerful than other infrastructure component like network, database, storage and like that. Because in these frameworks, if the network is built, until and unless your fiber optic cables disturbs or your network normally somehow it is not disturbed, networks don't have any problems. Okay, so time to time you will just upgrade your router firmware, switch firmware, and this is your jobs. And rest of the time just wait and watch and using Facebook, Netflix like that. But in server, every time there is a burning, every time they are releasing patches, you are upgrading your server operating system, you are upgrading firmware, you are upgrading all those stuff. So if you make your hands on here and make your confidence level high, that's you will be rock in your career. Simple. Anyway, so next I am moving to my server console. Okay, and understood the because here in networking, after this part, basic fundamental networking, if you guys are interested, you can go with network part, that is CCNA, CCNP, CCI, that part. And if you are interested for server, from there you will part to driver to MCSE. Okay, now this is our bread and butter. Okay, here this is the workstation VMware product. It's called the VMware workstation. Okay, many products have developed. I am using VMware 11. This is my base machines. The base machine structure I'm showing you. This is the base machines, the hardware structure. If you afford these machines in your home, you can even do the practice. If you not even afford these machines in your home, use my systems. I'll give you to you one day in a full practice. Even classes is all together to you, but practice will be individuals. Everyone can use your practicals. Let's say today whatever you discussed, after the classes I'll give you to the material, watch it. Next day you told me when you will do the practicals, I'll give you the server access. Now you will work that, practice that part. During your practice you will face a lots of problems, and once you work on one after one and you have a confidence, now you from there you just see the magic. See, many people are working here. Why the problem happen? Because everyone, we are not ready to go for upgrade. Oh my God, again go, again learn. What happened? Because the trainer, it is a fault of trainer guys, not for you guys. Because he is not make you that much of rocking interest. You got my point? Now in why I am added you the subnet part? Because this is weak to everyone. Everyone that don't know the subnetting part. If I understand you well, you guys will be more interested. Got my point? So next I am moving to server. This is my base machines, will having 32 GB of RAMs, Core i7, but next year I'll purchase the new servers which is on more than i10 and all. And this is the Windows is activated and product key is already in genuine operating systems. Okay, perfect. Now I'm just showing you first how we can build this server here and do our testing servers, homemade servers. So first only I'll go to the files. There is a new virtual file machines. Click on this. Okay. Hello.
Lost my connection. Wait, I'm joining again.
Okay, no problem, no problem. You can join, no problem. Okay, so guys, I'm moving to the next. This is the server. So first, here is the option typical and customs. Typical means whatever the default settings there, it will apply. If you choose,
excuse me one thing. Can you go back, please, because I lost my connection.
Yes, no problem. I'm just showing you how to build the server first. This is my workstation. You know that this is a workstation software. It's developed by the VMware team. Okay, and VMware are using this machine product called the VMware workstation. Through this VMware workstation, you can do your practicals. Okay. Here in the file, I'm creating the new virtual machines. As I told you, there's a two option, typical and customs. In typical, what are the recommended settings? He will give it to you. In the customs, you can choose option to manipulate your server. So I'm clicking on next. Here, there's the first option. As I told you, this is a workstation 11.0. I'm working on it. Rest of the things you need not to change anything because you do not have any options to do that, because what are the highest versions, I'm using it. Click on the next. Now here you have to install ISO image from your operating systems. Okay, here I have already preserved the operating systems in my browsing this drive. Okay, so it is 2012 already detected, so I'm clicking on next. Now here you need not to fill anything because already OS is activated. You no need to put any crack or something like that. It is already activated. So click on next. And this next, you will put your virtual server name. Let's say I'm making, this is my test server 1. And this is the location where the server file will be stored. Okay. Here, just make it E, because E is my recommended folders where you can store and create all the test servers. Okay. So click on next. This is the firmware versions. It's a BIOS or EE5. Generally purpose we using BIOS. EE5 very modern systems. So you can use it, better to use BIOS.
Siddharth, what is the difference between these?
Difference, it's a firmware manufacturing company. BIOS is sometimes using Sony, you can use Intel. EE5 are some other modified versions of firmware. This is a difference. BIOS, basic input output systems, instead of use EFI, that is a different things, but in general we are in Windows boxes using BIOS.
One more thing, Siddharth, actually nowadays the laptop which is coming in the markets, I think it's a EFI base, right?
EFI base, exactly. That is UEFI base, UEFI. Okay.
Yeah. So why they replace BIOS? What is the reason?
They will modern upgrade it because BIOS, sometime I'm telling you, BIOS having many problems because BIOS is basic input output systems. Okay. In that only I will show you the kernel infrastructure so that it will be easier for you. So let's say that is I will show you after installing the OS. Basically what the BIOS. First of all, if you understand this is the basic things. It's called the kernel. Okay. It's called the kernel. Inside
kernel is a part of operating system.
Operating systems, right? Exactly. Yeah. Under this, it is the kernel programming. It's created for your whole motherboard manufacturer. Under this kernel, there is one more layer. In this layer, actually this layer BIOS work. Okay. So in this layer BIOS work. BIOS is basically, it's a basic input output system. That means any installed hardware you have installed, this hardware information will be saved in this layer. Under this layer, one more layer is there. It's called the loader. It's called the loader. Loader means loader files. It's a bootstrap, or you can say some other also file there, but bootstrap is very famous. Loader file.
So that's one question more.
Yes.
Just as of now, you told me that BIOS store the hardware devices which is connected with your machine, right?
Yes.
So, just for example, some of the devices plug and play, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, if we insert in the machine, so for time being, they just store in the BIOS, or again when we just plug in, so they
I'm
again
telling you,
are there.
your question I will definitely cover. First I'm telling you the structure, after that I will starting mechanism, post, self-test, all I'm telling you, no problem. So,
Okay.
in the BIOS, there is another layer, it's called the loader. In this level, there is a store called the bootstrap. Bootstrap. Okay. So bootstrap is the loader, loader file is there for which purpose? Definitely to load the operating systems. To load the operating system. The operating system layer at the last level, and the loader will load the operating system. Now, if we know the start mechanism, once we make it plug and play the systems, these machines you will not be recognized. Earlier machine, in the year of 2010, that before that time, if you click on the systems, you will see one sound beep like that, beep like that. So it's called the post.
Beep sound.
Beep sound,
kind of,
exactly.
yeah.
It's called the post. That means power on self test. That means after you power on, if we get the one single sound, that means your BIOS check all the installed hardware component work properly. Even every problem, if you see consecutive two post sound, beep, 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 that means there is a problem in the memory. Sometimes it's a coded there, because if you learn the hardware part, though there is a table. If you see in 3 beeps, it is a consecutive memory problem.
Yes, actually
see,
different beep have different
exactly.
meaning. Yeah.
So once you one single beep, then everything is smooth. And then kernel inform BIOS that all the information, all the hardware work properly, inform to loader to load the operating system. Now loader will inform, okay fine, I've initialized, I'm informing, I'm loading operating system. Then only you see the Windows kings was there. You got my point? This is the things happening here. This is the concept of OS. Any doubts?
No, Siddharth.
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
Definitely not to say thanks, because here people are learning. Come here for learning. Whatever in your mind, ask me. No problem.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever the small question, big question, that doesn't matter.
Every question does matter. Every question there is a matter. Every question there is a matter, because whenever interviewer will ask you anything, you have to bound in your interview, right? So better wherever it is comes to me, ask me. Okay. Okay, fine. Now here, if I click on next, there is this options is tell you processor, number of core per processor. This is a big confusion. People often mistake there. What does it means? The processor, number of core per processor. Okay, guys. Did you guys ever open any server's motherboard or your computer motherboard? Did you open?
Yes, I open.
Okay. So how many you see the processor slot there?
Processor slot, there's only one processor.
One processor slot. But
yeah.
i3 Intel telling that I have a i3, that means 3 processor. i7 means 7 processor. i10 means 10 processor. Did you guys see ever 10 processor in your motherboard?
No.
Then how come they will accommodate? Did you ever think like that? Anyone here? Did you ever think like that? Microsoft.
3 processors, 3 or 4, I think.
But never it is be there in 3 processor, because if I draw the motherboard picture, it's look like that.
Display only one processor slot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then how come it will work? Let's say this is your processor, okay? And this is processor, only one slot for the processor. And Microsoft telling it's a i3. That means i3 means 3 processors, i7 means 7 processor, i5 means 5 processor. But you will see, no, I can see only one processor there. Logically, it's called processor virtualizations. Okay, for your information, I'm showing you. So clear your doubts. If you go to the Google, and just search i3 motherboard. How many processors? This is the processor slot. How many processor slot our guys are you are seeing? Only one. Only one.
Yeah,
Now if I say you i7 motherboard, how many processor slot are you seeing there?
only one.
Only one. Then how come it will work? They will cheated your money? No. Here they will virtualize the processor into a multiple segment. They actually do research. What they're doing, inside that processor they will create a core. So if you using i3, so they will give you 3 core. If you using i5, they will give you 5 core. Or if you using i7, they will give you 7 core. Now
That means these are the cores which is reflect in the process, right?
these are the core itself a processor. It's means processor is a collection of ALU, arithmetical logical units.
Yes, yes, yes.
Each of the core it's a ALU, and how much they are adding the core inside the processors, it's become a that much of capable. That means if they added 3 core i3, and if they added 5 core, it's a 5 i5, and if they added 7, it's a i7. Now comes to here. Now comes to here and understood that concept. Number of processor. So here, what will be my number of processor? Shall I input
One,
it?
one
Shall I?
only.
It will be 1. And number of core processor, you can use it like that.
According to my configuration. we can-
Exactly. Now the concept clear.
Yes.
Understood this way, then only you will be good. You will be do better in your infrastructure jobs. Going to the next. Now here is the memory. Definitely there is options. This slider you can make it slider, or else you choose the value here. I am making 4 GB memory for this machines. You can use it 8 GB, 16 GB, whatever your choice. I am using 4 GB, fair enough. So click on next. And this click on next. Okay, just a minute. Just a minute. Okay, so here is just telling you that how will you connect your machine to the outer network. So don't be confused here. Just make it whatever it is. Make it blank. Just make it blank. Click on next.
By default, it is selected by NAT, right?
Yeah. Don't worry. After create, we will do the changes.
Okay.
Create it next. Here it is a SCSI controller. What do you mean by the SCSI controller? It's called the IO controller types. That means input output controller. Input output controller means what? Your hard disk, if you using the earlier machine, they are using IDE cable, integrated driver electronics.
Yes.
Nowadays they are using SCSI controller.
Like SATA and PATA type.
No. SCSI is different. Earlier it was IDE, then PATA come. PATA means parallel attached technology advancement. SATA means serial attached technology advancement. And after that SCSI, simple computer set instruction controller. This is recommended to every servers because IOPS is very low there. Rather than your IDE and IOPS, IDE and PATA SATA, their IOPS is very high. Okay, because if IOPS is very high, you are not able to work with this hard disk. And SCSI, it is very low. That is why they are giving you this SCSI controller. Click on next.
What is the full form of SCSI?
Simple computer set instructions.
Set instruction. Okay.
Next is virtual disk type. Which kind of disk you need? Either it is IDE or SCSI or SATA. So you need, definitely I recommend that is telling SCSI, so make it SCSI. Click on next. Then create a new virtual disk, use an existing virtual disk. So I'm here, I will create a new virtual disk. Recommended in Microsoft 30 GB is fair enough. Not more than you can use it. You can use it, but it's not required. It's a waste. Make it at least 30 GB. These options is for stored virtual disk as a single file or split virtual machine as single. That means it is nothing, because in folder they will allocate it distributively, or in there it is be allocated in a stored in a virtual single file. Now this is the VMDK. It's mean the hard disk, virtual hard disk, extension called VMDK, virtual machine disk. Okay. So click on next. This is your customized hardware. The thing if you want to add anything, you can add it there, or else click on cancel and finish. After that, your server OS automatically install your machines.
Okay. So Siddharth, can we put the multiple OS like this in this virtual machine?
Multiple OS for which purpose? I mean, which purpose you are installing? It is not your personal desktop. This is a server. Server cannot hold the multiple operating systems.
No. I'm talking about the VM application only. That can be. It's possible to. We can just add a multiple operating system,
Okay.
like Windows 10, then Windows 7. I'm
No.
talking about like this.
It is not recommended. None of their in infrastructure can use 3 different operating systems in the server. No. Why? This is very old concept you are telling. So far people install Windows 10 and Windows 12 in their 2 different partition. That is absolute, and more or less server, do not confuse your desktop and server. Server is there to not use your day-to-day activity. Server is for doing certain capability work. Container service, it's called the container service. Any application, you are doing certain application, let's say payroll management, let's say your incident management, whatever you will do, you will definitely do certain input in application, right? Day to day your ticket management. But where these applications are there, it is hosted on server. You got my point? If your server is added with full of loads, so many operating systems, so many files, so many disk utilization, so many memory utilizations, so will it, your server will give you the smooth performance? No. Now the question, you tell that every individual server hosted only one single application. But now think, if I around 50 application in my organization, then you give me, then you go for 50 server to purchase. Then I say,
no, very costly.
Very costly. This is very costly. Then why? Then VMware comes into the picture.
Sure.
Then VMware comes into the picture. VMware saying, okay guys, so what is your requirement? You telling that I have around 60-70 application will running in my infrastructure, and 60-70 computer I have to purchase. Now think of it, if you purchase 60 physical blades of HP or IBM, first of all cost is the matter. Now if you arrange the fund and purchase the machines, then maintenance is the another concern. What is the maintenance? Time to time firmware patching. If you are not performing the patching, sometime your motherboard will be locked, your BIOS will be locked. So you have to time do the firmware patching. On top of that, waste patching. On top of that, you have to keep them proper cool place in data center. Costing, site, rack, everything there is a costing. So VMware what's telling? VMware comes into the picture. They're telling, oh, okay, you need for 50 servers. Then basically you have to purchase 5 machines. In these 5 machines, you can achieve this goal. How come? They will say, I have developed the product called the VMware vSphere. In the VMware vSphere, on top of each physical strong machines, you can create multiple virtual machines. So if you purchase 5 physical machines, so So in 5 physical machines, the hardware capability can build and can bring up 10 each machine. That means 5 into 10, 50 servers. Now 60 physical machines, so 50 physical server, what about the cost? And 5 physical machine, what about the cost? 10 times they have reduces the cost, right? Now earlier you are investing 650 physical machines. Every time you are upgrading firmware, OS upgrade, many things you do earlier, but now you are only doing investment only 5 machines, and you will invest only 5 machine maintenance. That's it. Clear? This is the VMware. Till the time VMware was there, you can do, but once cloud it comes into the picture, forget about the virtual machine, physical machine, everything there is in cloud. You no need to worry about your concept. Now did you guys understood how day by day infrastructure is upgrading? If you are not upgrade well, you will be in trouble, your job will be in trouble, because if you are not upgrade yourself day to day, an IT industry is not for you. Clear? Today,
Yes.
even
Exactly.
I'm telling you, last 5 years, VMware was rocking in the market. But right now, Azure Cloud rocking in the market. But if you do not know VMware, if you do not know Windows, if you do not know AD, you cannot understand the cloud. Because everything there is in script. Okay? And graphically also there. Next, even side by side cloud, not only cloud administration is the last, there is also DevOps. There is also security part. There is also application development. Even like Azure, Google also there, cloud provider. AWS also there. But I'm not telling you to learn all those stuff. Just follow the path. If you are coming from Microsoft background, server background, then follow the Microsoft cloud. It's fair enough. If you do not know Google cloud, no matter. If you do not know AWS, no matter. But follow the Microsoft path. Clear?
Yes, yes.
Still my server building. After building this server, I will show you cloning this server. How you can, without investing that much of time, how you can, one shot, you can install your server just like cloning. Let me build this server, then I will show you.
What is cloning, Siddharth? Like duplicacy, right?
Duplicating, yes.
Okay.
This installation of copying files and all, it is depends on your your machine capability. That means your RAM, install RAM and all those stuffs. So if you provide the too much of capacity, the installing will be too faster.
So how many PCs do you have at your place right now?
For virtual machine,
Yes.
virtual machine you can, I just build the virtual machine as per my demand. Okay, so even there is a techniques. That means if I'm doing these practicals, if you take the use of snapshot, I'll tell you, then you no need to create the every time virtual machines, because I am not doing this one because these are the machine is required, because after this classes there I have a batch from UK, and there is a 2 person from Egypt, 1 person from UK. They have that do some practical, so that is why I'm not touching this machine. I'm creating these machines. And there's a technique
Okay.
called snapshot. If you using the snapshot, you no need to worried about your creating the machine every time, right? Using the snapshot, let's say you are doing this practical, take the snapshot and then revert to the first one. So first one we do the practical, again we are doing this one, then restart your system to that particular snapshot level. Everything I'll tell you here, no problem. So this machine,
Okay.
yeah.
If you want to define what is virtual machine, how do we say?
Okay, hold on, just a minute. Hello? Yes? Okay, so if what your question? And what is your question? Sorry, I was.
Like if someone says like what is virtual machine and how do we define that?
Okay, so the virtual machines, it's actually depends on the which provider you are creating. If you are creating the virtual machines on VMware, it's called the virtual machine for VMware. If you are creating for these Azure, then you can create for the Azure as well. The virtual machine is basically a servers, but virtually you are creating it, instead of one physical machines, you are creating multiple virtual machines. That is that you can define that way.
Okay.
Virtual machine means logical server, and where it is based on physical machines.
It is an imaging based system and physically not required.
I'm telling you what happened actually here. Just see, this is the physical machine capability. That means not single machine. When you guys are moving to the VMware virtual machine part, so here everything I'm telling you about this. So general purpose, the physical machine have the capability to virtualize their hardware in terms of memory, in terms of CPU, in terms of storage. They will have their capability. Even this physical machine, there is a certain waste running. It's called the ESXi. It's called the ESXi. It's called the bare metal restoration products. Bare metal always. Or why it is called the bare metal? It's running on the naked hardware. Okay. Windows is not running on the naked hardware. Inside the kernel, then BIOS, then loader, then Windows is running. So EXI, it's totally running on naked hardware. That's why it's called the bare metal. And for this lightweight ways, not take too much of huge configuration. Maximum, 4 MB, 5 MB RAMs. Let's say 10 GB of hard disk, 256 MB of RAM, something like that. So rest of the resources he will virtualize for their upcoming server itself. Now, on top of that, these virtual machines, I mean, these are first you have to purchase on physical server. This physical server have the capability to VT enable. That means virtual threading enabled technology. Once this machines, these options enabled, now once you install the ESX host, now ESX host allow you to use the rest of the machines to invest on your virtual machine. From there you can create one virtual machine, you can create two virtual machines, you can create three virtual machines, you can create four virtual machines based on the capability you define. You get clear? I mean it's clear now.
My basic is not that much good, so I just want to
No matter.
know one more
If
thing
you-
over here.
Yeah, yeah.
I have just a laptop, okay? I have one laptop, so can I create a virtual machine on that?
Definitely you can create, but here just understood the concept. Here your operating systems, your Windows operating system already occupies so much of memory. It is not the lightweight operating system, it's already heavyweight operating systems, and for this running purpose it's already accumulated so many memory. so many processing. On top of that, very few resources available to use your server. If you have a i3 processor or 8 GB RAM, you cannot create the virtual machines. Your machine will be hung. If you
So
have
if I have i7, I can definitely do that.
yes, if you have a i7 and side by side 1 TB of hard disk, 32 GB of memory, so this is not possible to purchase some. It is very costly. I purchase all those stuffs as around 80,000. So it is not
Okay.
possible to you. I mean, I'm not telling you like that. I'm telling you, you cannot invest for 80,000. Why you should invest? Because I'm giving you the practice. Use it.
Yeah. Okay, one more thing. I know that is like stupid question I'm asking you right now. If I have i7 process, and do I need some disk to install virtual machine, or how do
Yes.
we install this one?
There is a setup there. Setup there. You have to install this through these setups. First, you have to install the setup. Your virtual virtual workstation will be created, and from there, like how I created, like that's.
No, I mean like
Yes.
this one, the tool which you pulled up right now.
It's a
How
VMware
do you-
workstation. It's a VMware workstation. You have to download from VMware sites.
Oh, okay, perfect.
From VMware
It
sites.
is available on internet.
Yes,
You
from
can
this.
easily download. Yeah.
Yes, from there you can download the VMware workstation. Very product there. VMware Fusions, VMware Workstation Player, VMware Player, VMware 11, 12, 15. Anything you can download, but I will recommend it. Use VMware 11. It is very compatible. Okay.
Okay, now one more thing. I mean, I have seen like you are doing something like Windows installation. What exactly like we are trying to do over here?
What exactly trying? Because you are here to learn the server technology, right? Now, how come the server will come? Because this is machine. If this forget about the workstation, which operating system is there? Which operating system is there? This is a Windows 10. Now Windows 10. How I tell you how I learn new server, my dear? Not possible. That is why I am installing here Windows VMware workstation. Here inside I am installing the server.
So you said like you will do a cloning, right? If you have a multiple PC system I mean, if you have a multiple PC, once you finish up with Windows setup, you can clone them, right?
Yes, is this machine is ready. Now I am creating another server from these machines.
Okay.
Now this machine is ready because in server I'll show you 2 to 3 server at least, because connectivity everything is there inside connectivity, because how you can connectivity this to server in same IP address, different IP address, everything is there. Okay, so this machine I have created. Again I'll go for the file and click next. Not possible. I do not have that much of time. What to do? Just stop these virtual machines. Just stop these virtual machines and do the cloning. There is options. Okay, there is options. Clone. In this cloning, I'm telling you the problems and solve. If you cloning these machines, everything is fine. But whenever these two machines running at a time, they do not have the different SID. SID means security ID. Now I'm telling you, do you have a brother or any twins brother or something, or you are only alone? What?
I have one brother.
You have one brother. Now tell me, you are two brother or twins, same day birth and everything is same. Now you have a same Aadhaar card number and your brother also have the same Aadhaar card. Will you two guys survive in the job market? No one can get the job opportunity because you guys have same Aadhaar card, same PAN card, same voter card. Will it possible?
Yeah. No, it won't be possible.
Exactly. The same thing happen in server as well. Like server, it's using SID. From human being, it's using Aadhaar card. That is the difference. Just in your home, in your locality, if you compare your Aadhaar card to anyone, first 4 digit is same, rest of all is unique. Clear? That cannot be allocated to anyone. You got my point?
Yeah.
That is why. So if you clone the systems, the SID will be same And right now you are not doing this part. Once you are creating the domain level authentication like that, you will facing problems, because they will say these two machines have the same ID, I cannot add them in the infrastructure networks. Then what to do? Then you have to reset the SID. How you do, I will show you. First let me clone these machines. So here there is an option clone from the current state in the virtual machines or an existing snapshots. So I'm selecting by default, rest of this thing is gray out for me. So no question about the select part. Click on next, create link clone or create full clone. Obviously go for full clone, otherwise your hard disk will be shared. Do not choose the first option, use this options. Next. Okay, sorry guys, other people, are you have any problem, any challenge, any understanding, falling bored, something like that? Because I might be busy with some one persons.
No, interesting, Siddharth. We are seeing.
Okay. If you feeling any problem, just let me know. No problem.
I think Gopal wants to say something.
Sorry? Who is?
I think Gopal wants to say something.
Yeah, tell me.
Connected?
What is your doubt?
Hello?
Yeah, tell me. What is your doubt?
I don't want to say anything. I'm just trying to understand. It's actually, I have, so first time I'm going through all this.
No problem.
Okay.
No problem.
I only have information about hardware. Okay, this is like depth knowledge. So I'm just trying to understand everything like the first
I
time.
will make you from the scratch level. That is my headache, guys. Just watch it. No problem. Anything doubts, let me know. I'm giving you 4-time copy, 5-time copy. No problem.
Okay.
Everything will build here from scratch. No problem. Because no one expert here. Everyone we are kind of here will do the L1 jobs. From our motto from L1 to L3. Okay, L3 is SME. So I am selecting the drive on E drive. E drive yeah, tell me.
So in the case whereby I want to clone the machine, I should bear in mind how much memory and space I still have. Or let's say I've got an i7 and 16 gig drive. Now the first machine I gave it 6 cores of processor, and then the RAM I gave it, let's say 12 gig.
Okay.
Will it be possible to clone the same?
Okay. No problem. If your base machine have the capability to hold this another machine, definitely you can clone. If your base machine have a space crunch, in terms of resource crunch, space means hard disk, resource means all together, like memory, like CPU, like storage. If they are not permitting you, you cannot clone these machines. Got my point?
Okay, got it.
But in vSphere level, VMware level, once you are learning VMware, there is options. One host to another host, another host to another host, one data center to another data center. We can migrate virtual machines and create that part. If your one data center is having less resources, from here you can create another data center virtual machines. Clear? Data center to data center migration. All those stuffs can showing in the VMware. It's very interesting, guys. If you want to set your hand here, this is the right time. Invest and concentrate, make your future bright. That's it. Okay, now I'm creating the virtual machines. Let's say this is my test server, test 2. The server name is test 2. Okay, side by side you have to change that part as well, test 2, and click on finish. Once you finish, you have a 2 same server with same single SID. Now I'll tell you how to change the SID for this newly built machines. Any one of the machine you can change SID, it will be work. No need to change the SID to different machine. Any one single machine you can do. I'll show you this 2 machines, server 2 machine.
Okay, fine. So Siddharth, one more question.
Yeah.
Just for example, you make a server clone, right?
Yes.
So whatever the changes we have to run in the first server, okay. So
Exactly.
it automatically happen in second, or it will not
Yeah,
happen.
I'm telling you the purpose of cloning here. Let's say your organization have a strict rule, while you installing the server, you have to install this application, this application, this application, this application, these are the hardening. Now you are saying average time for building a server is 2 hours. 2 hours take to build one server. Then
Okay.
why not install 2 hours, invest on one single server, make the server clone. That's your job is over. Now how many server you need in your future? Clone from that machines and then change the SID. That's it. Simple solution. That is purpose cloning is there.
Okay. Only with the help of SID we can easily.
Exactly. To reduce your
change.
workload, because every organization they have some policy, right? See, it's not easy that you are installing OS and give them server handover. No. Just for the learning purpose, we are installing OS and then we will start practical. But in real production environment, you have to install the antivirus, you have to install the firewall, you have to configure the firewall, you have to install, so many things are there. And now you can say the average time to build a server, it's around 1.5 hours. Now 1.5 hours you are investing time for building servers, then how will you do the support for others as well? Not possible. To overcome this problem, cloning comes to the picture. Within a minutes, maybe 2 to 3, 5 minutes, your server will build. Just change the SID, now newly built server is ready for you.
Okay, so Siddharth, right now we are doing cloning in the VM application. Okay, with the help of VM application, we are doing cloning. So this cloning is available in original server as well in the organization.
Definitely, this is the original server, test server 1. From the test server 1, I'm cloning and creating test server 2. Now this is my original server.
Okay.
And you may not use this server in your organizations. Whenever, let's say right now you need 5 virtual machines. Now 5 virtual machine you are supposed to be go physically and manually create. So each time it will take 1.5 hour. So 5 virtual machine, how many time it will take? 7 hours, 7 hours, 5 minutes, 7 hours, 50 minutes, right? Now what happened? If I create one machine, invested at least 2 hours right now, after that I will clone 5 machines. Why not? It is interesting or not? It can save time as well as money. That's it.
Exactly. Yeah.
For cloning
I just have a doubt, like we can just clone 5 machines at a time or more
Not
than
at
one?
a time, one after one, not at a time. Okay, first create one, then second, then third, then fourth, then fifth, and after that same way you have to change your SID as well.
Okay.
So right now server 2 is there. Clear? Now what I need to do, I want to change the SID of server 2 or else it will be crashed. So just make the power on.
Can I ask the question?
Yes, tell me.
I once experienced an issue whereby we were creating a virtual machine. So we gave it, I think it was 2 gig memory, but it wasn't booting. So I want to know what is the minimum memory to be allocated so that it can boot.
Okay, so for your information guys, you cannot abnormally increase the memory resources like that. Every company, every team, there is a capacity management team. If you are gradually increasing your resources, like today you are using one machines and you feel that, oh my god, it's very slow, let's increase the memory. Tomorrow again you are seeing the same problem with another machine, you are increasing 2 GB. Every day you are increasing the resources, then once upon a time you have to purchase a lots of things. That is also a part of budgeting. Your company or your vendor, whoever, they will not allow you to day-to-day basis increasing the memory and all. Every project or every company, they have a capacity management team. They will also investigate about the capacity. Only they will increase the capacity whenever it's real needed. Otherwise, you have to charge, you have to check why. Let's say earlier your machine was working fine, but now the machine has become a very slow. Now you have to do the troubleshooting. Where is the problem? Where is the problem? Why the machine is getting high in this between peak hours? Then you have to check the logs. You have to check the time, from which time to which time the CPU is getting huge. Where is the loads? From where you can get? You always get from this task manager. From this task manager, you can resource your monitoring. Okay. So this way you can observe your performance. The CPU, every time if your CPU is getting load, now you will check which process is consuming high memory, which process is consuming CPU. Then only you have to investigate and you have to fix that way. This is common in nature. If you guys are supporting server, tomorrow you have a server increased, memory is very, you are seeing the server is getting hung. You cannot go directly to your capacity management team and telling boss, approve me, I will increase the memory 3 GB. Then capacity manager will tell you why? Why? You are telling the server is getting slow. So earlier it is working, yes. Now you are telling it is slow. Why? Just show me the justification. Then there I have a call. You will have the call with your capacity management team, and they will tell you, did you check why this is time the CPU is taking high usage? Did you check why this is the time this is having memory usage? Then you see one of the application, it's getting high this much to this time. Then you have to inform your application owner. Ask him what are the things is going on. Why this time to this time your memory is getting consumed too much of memory in my server. Then they say no, this time to this time we are doing some approach in bad jobs. Based on this reason, you can send your capacity management team that one of the application owner, they doing certain capacity management, they doing certain job during this time to this time. So if you allow me 3 GB data for that, so that it will be unnecessary doing the workload. See, capacity management manager will approve the capacity whenever real needed. But until and unless without troubleshooting, they won't entertain you. Now it's clear.
Clear.
Okay. So now this two machine is built up. Now my question, how you can set up the network connectivity in these two machines, right? Now concept is that, just understood the concept. This is the very vitals. So I'm done deleting this part. It is no longer needed, right?
Siddharth, with the help of look back adapter IP, we can check the connectivity.
Sorry?
With the help of look back IP, which you told me earlier, 127 dot.
127, yeah, got.
Yeah, with the help of that IP, we can check the connectivity. These are communicating or not.
Yeah, no. I am going to establish the connectivity between those two machines.
Okay.
Okay. So general purpose, what happened? I'm telling you. Okay, just a minute. General purpose in the infrastructure, production infrastructure. This is a server. This is also a server. How they connected each other? They are connected through a via switch. There will be a network switches installed in the you can see in every floor in your office there is a server room, right? Did you ever visit your server room?
Yes, I visited.
Where was there? Switch there, router there?
Yeah, switch routers, number of cables connected with each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So generally one server is connected to switch, another server also connected this switch, and this between switch is the mediator between this two server connectivity. Now how I can do the same thing in our VMware workstation level? Just here, understood the concept. Here everything is on called virtual switch. So first this machine is generated. Let me first clear this SID, then I'll show you how those two machine I can set up a ping response. Okay. So this machine, this server is built up. Then I'll just go to the run From there I will type sysspray. Sysspray. Sysspray, once you run the sysspray, this wizard will open. So in this wizard, you can open it from this location, see Windows System 32, or you can directly open sysspray from run. Once you click on this sysspray.exe, there is an option called generalized. Once you generalized and set your action accordingly, reboot. That means it will change the SID, and next time it will approach you, your SID is created, now you can ready to use. Click on OK. Now it is generating, generalizing and changing your Aadhaar card. Okay.
Okay. So Siddharth, this command sysspray which you told me right now. So basically for what this is used? For changing the SSID, right?
Only the SID, security ID, this purpose is using for. See, Windows is an ocean of things. How much you will utilize, how you can read, you will get that way. I'm telling you one thing, if you know, forget about cloud, forget about VMware, just you know the Windows server very well, no? So just never lose your opportunity. You definitely somewhere in IT you will get the jobs, because it is not possible to eliminate all on-premises server and move to all in cloud. It is not at all possible. Cloud also be there and on-premises also be there. Both have to be there. If you are not stronger in cloud, you can be limited earning, but your job will never lose. In that case, you must have the good enough knowledge in server technology.
And Siddharth, one more question. Where is SID situated in server? What is the path?
I'm telling you the server path, no? See Windows System 32 sysspray folder there.
Okay. That is inside that. Okay.
You don't need to go there. Just go to the run and type the sysspray. It will be open. No problem.
Okay.
Now it is already generated the new SIP. Now server will register with new SIP. It is now rebooting. Now here they will ask you the administrator password. Now your system is registered with new SID. Now the old machine, you can power it on. Now these two machines have two different SID, right? Now I am going to set up connection between those two, network communication setup between those two machines. So for only select the test server 1, go to the settings. From this network it is showing NAT. Just check here, click on customize. Here VM0 to VM19, these are the ports. So you can use any port, but keep it in mind, whichever you using for this, you have to use for other as well. If you using VNet 1, then other machine should comes to the VNet 1. If you using VNet 2, other machine also know the VNet 2. Okay, or else it is not work. Okay, hold on, just have a call. Hello? Hello? Yeah, just give me 10 minutes, I'll be there. And I'll just on. Sure. 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 No problem there. Okay.
Okay, Siddharth, one question. What is the need of this port?
This
Why they are
port,
used?
see, I'm telling you what is the need. Now I'm telling you, if you connect this connectivity between this to this switch, from this to this switch, you will actually establishing connection between this to this, right?
Exactly.
Now forget about this. There is also another switch, and I don't know where it is connected. Instead of connection this switch, you are connecting to this switch. Will you able to ever communicate? Will you ever communicate to this
No.
machine? No. Same thing. You have to use same port. Got my point? So I'm using VNet 0 for this machines. I have to go this machine as well. Go to the same in the network and same VNet 0. Clear?
Yeah.
Perfect. After that, I'm logging to the server. See, this is my server, and I'm going to IP address assign. Where? In the NIC card of the server. For that only, where I have to go? ncpa.cpl. You have to go ncpa.cpl NIC card, or you can go from there as well. So better to use command base. So ncpa.directly page will open. You can go either from there, open network sharing centers. From there, change adapter settings from there as well. Same. After that, go to the properties. This is the first phase of server configuration. If you not assign IP address, server will won't talk. Okay. So, and click on this and provide your IP address. Any set. Let's say I'm putting on 10 series, 10.10. Now you guys understood why I added the IP section there. If I put in this 10 series, then you will ask me question, why 10? Why not 192? Why not 172? That is why.
Siddharth, so you are using here static IP, right?
Definitely. DHCP I also tell you, no problem. DHCP also I'll tell you. So in 10 I have added here, sorry, forget about this DNS. There is no concept of DNS, just 10 minutes. So here I'm click on OK. The same thing I'll go there, this machines. Same things, because physical connectivity already you did, VLAN 0. Okay, now you have to do the IP address. That's it. So first I have given 10, so this should be a 11. Cannot be the same. Okay, click on OK. Now what happened? If you ping, it will not ping. Why? I'm just telling you the cause. So from test 2, we are pinging to test server 1. So I'm just going to ping 10.10.10.10. So how many guys don't know about the ping? If you don't know, I will tell you what is ping.
Very about.
I think everyone is know, right?
Yes.
Okay. So as I told you, the ping communication not there. Now you think, no, I have created the physical infrastructures. I have assigned the IP address, then why it is not ping? Because there is a matter in that fair, it's called the firewall. The server firewall is if it is active, it won't allow you to ping. In that case, you have to disable server firewall. So server firewall, the set command, you can use firewall.cpl, either these options, or you can go from control panel and using the firewall. After that, this option will open. Just go to the turn Windows firewall, click on off. So you have to do
That's
this.
why we have just off this firewall, because
Okay.
it's for security, right?
It's for the security, but I'm telling you, in the infrastructure, no one trusts Windows firewall. Every organization, there is a firewall device itself called the dedicated firewall device. They are trusted on that.
Okay. Okay.
If you using this Windows firewall, every time you have a problem. But I'll tell you, using firewall on, how you can communicate. That is also I'll tell you, no problem. Okay.
Okay.
So same way, go to the test server 1. Go to the same firewall.cpl. Now you will be able to communicate. Firewall is off. Ping 10.10.10.10. Free. It's 10 machine, it is 11. Now see the reply from these machines. If you go to the test 2 machines, it will now able to reply. Are you understand?
Yeah, I got your points that. But one question more. Just for example, if someone has installed some antivirus in the machine, okay. So I think they also block these for pinging, right? So can we off antivirus as well?
No, my dear. In that case, what you have to do? You have to go firewall.cpl. Let's say I'm showing you. Let's say if the firewall is on, what happened? You will not be able to communicate. Yes, you have to communicate. I'm showing you. If the firewall is on, then how come it will be communicated? Now, in that case, again you have to ping, you will not get response, right? No problems. Here is the options, firewall.cpl. There is a options, allow app feature through Windows Firewall. There is an option called file and printer sharing. Just check these options enabled. After that, you will be able to communicate over the firewall.
Okay.
First,
So if I enable this, so no need to turn on and off, right?
Exactly. Right now your machine is in workstation level, not in domain. So this option coming, once you have joined domain, then the domain answer will come. You have to check enable that also. Now the same things, if you ping on it, it will work. Then again, if you ping on it, it will work. Simple.
Siddharth, one more question. I want to understand these reply which is coming. I want to understand this.
Reply from this machine means you are getting response. That means okay.
What is TTL and
TTL? I'm telling you. Just let's say you not support understood the English. You are understood Hindi. Some persons understood French. Some person understood Bengali. Some person understood Kannada. Now, if they can each other talk, can we talk each other?
No, not possible.
No. Why? Because this is not the standardized.
Exactly.
To be standardized, we have to set up in the single networks and in the same IP range. And after that, port should be enabled in the firewall. Then only these are the condition. Then this server in that available network. Now any infrastructure you want to set up, you need a couple of server. If the server is not in the same network, how will you do your infrastructure? Am I clear? That is why the network is the part. So in this networks, you server 1, server 2 are communicating each other. Now if you install test server 1 as a server, any of the application as a server, from test 2 you can access this application because they all are in the same networks. Reply from this 10.10. means you are querying, boss, are you alive? Then he is saying, yes, I am alive. That is the reply. TTL means time to leave. That means how much time to take from this particular server to reach me home. So it is saying 1828 millisecond. It's quite normal. If the millisecond is high, let's say 150, 160, that means there is a problem in the networks.
Okay.
So So guys, I hope today you enjoy the session.
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to end this session because I have another batch. So I have simultaneously, but after this batch, I have a US batch. Then after US batch, a UK batch. All batch are simultaneously running, and middle of that, I have some work in office. So this is my weekend life. Okay. Yeah. Tell me.
Yeah, I just want to understand. There was a case whereby the virtual computer couldn't connect to the internet. Only the local one was connected, and now we had to create the virtual switch. So I want to know on this one, did you use the virtual switch or did you create a virtual one?
Definitely, I will come you in the next day practicals. I mean, if you join the course, everything I will cover in the next day. So today, whatever we cover as of now, I believe everyone is clear. Any doubts,
Yes.
you can reach out to me, no problems. Now, those are the guys that come here for demo. If you watch it, if you understood it, this way we will learn in the future, and we will help each other, we will understood each other. Once you join, I will share you the books, the links. Okay, I will add it in the groups. In the groups, we are discussing job posting, everything will be there. Any kind of job opportunities, we'll share. Any kind of notes, dumps, everything will be shared in these groups. So let's you guys decide, and then let me know you guys are interesting or not. So if you guys join, then this time, as of now, till my further notice, this time every day Saturday 2:30 or 2:45 we'll start the classes. Okay.
So Siddharth, tomorrow is no class, right?
Tomorrow is a practical. I mean, if you want, you can use tomorrow. Not tomorrow. I think tomorrow in that case you have to do the practical.
But I don't think so as of now we are able to do any practical because today is a right.
Sorry.
Tomorrow I think no need to do practical, right?
Why? Because today we have learned lots of things.
Yeah.
Server installation, cloning, pinging. So if you are confident enough, then fine. If you are not confident enough, do that practicals.
Sure.
Okay. Practical is always welcome. Day1 never skip the practical. Your confidence will never see. You are seeing that this is very easy enough. Now once you're doing this practical, you will face the problem.
Yes.
Okay guys, I'm ending my session. Any concern, any things you still have, let me know. Either you like this, or if you are not like this, any improvement, any kind of things, let me know. But I'm telling you, either you come to me or wherever you go, please check that persons will give you the server access or not. If the person will not give you the server access, then no meaning for this training. Because training, it's not only theoretical part, training is altogether practice as well. Practice man make perfect. If you do not give you the server for practice, don't go. It's better to not waste money, keep it in savings account. Or if you invest money, well invest where you will get the server access. Clear?
Okay, Siddharth.
Okay. Bye.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for today. And
Sure.
I'll definitely get back to you, and I would like to join this class.
Sure.
And,
If you guys join,
let me
so this is the
check on what field I have to go, and I'll definitely get back to you on this.
Sure.
Thank you so much for now.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, so guys, Alim, can you just pick me your mail ID? I will share the video to you.
Yeah, definitely. I'll WhatsApp you on my email ID.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Siddharth. Thanks for
Thanks. Yeah. ये ব্যস্ত যদি পেয়ে যায় না মা